The records look fine.
Patrick, the Army MP captain, and the MP Sergeant Juliet make no announcement and go about checking the quartermaster's shipping records.
How do you handle the scrap?
Every Saturday night, we send a container of scrap metal to the Myogi Works in Pearl City to get melted down. The driver, Jim Morris, stays there until all goes into the furnace.
And this scrap metal contains discarded weapons?
Yes, about half those that are old or not functioning well, along with other metal that we break down from artillery pieces or whatever. Morris just left about a half hour ago in our truck.
This is a good and lucky Saturday night, but it could be a long one. We need to drive really fast and catch up to Morris. His truck will not be that speedy.
It's still a lot of time to make up, and it's late, meaning little traffic, but he stays at the works for a while.
Juliet turns out to be quite a speedy driver, taking turns at such high speed that I have to hold on. I look at her but say nothing about it at first, then speak up.
You're quite a race car driver. This is the night to go for it, for the suppliers might get wise somehow and back off their routine for a while.
There's a diner. Narrator, we pass a diner. She looks at it.
We rush inside, getting strange looks out of surprise.
Stop!
The workers are wheeling the first container toward the melter. They all seem dumbfounded.
Military police interception of shipment. Let's weigh it first. You guys have a scale?
Sure.
The workers get the container on the scale.
217 pounds, just as chalked on the container, next to today's date.
Okay, let's open it up.
The workers open the container. Juliet looks in.
There are a few weapons, but it is mostly miscellaneous metal.
Juliet is holding a piece of paper.
This is the shipment record from the quartermaster's office.
I didn't see you take that.
I'm quick. The container weighed 215 pounds when they sent it shipping.
And here I thought they might be taking a few usable or fixable weapons out somewhere along the way, and now it looks like they're adding some in.
The scale couldn't be 2 pounds off.
No, not in this man's army.
Nor here. Plus, a few weapons removed here and there would be small time.
Jim, I asked, did you make any stops on the way here?
I'm not allowed to.
That is not exactly an answer, Juliet interjects.
Sometimes I have to go to the restroom.
I continue, you are being evasive, not wanting to be known for breaking the rules, but I have you. You stopped at a diner, one that we saw, which is why there is a takeout box in your truck. One has to eat, and I'll give you credit and forgive the debt if you just come out with it.
Yes, I usually have a short dinner there, for it would be closed upon my return trip.
Don't worry, we're not going to turn you in. You and Myogi are both clean. Anyone else eating in the diner?
No, they were about to close, I guess.
I motion Juliet back outside, then say, the other truck at the diner wasn't the cook's, the waiters, or anyone's who works there, for they always park around back to leave the good spaces for the customers.
I knew that, but what's going on?
They switched the entire container, one or more of them, substituting their own, whatever is close to the weight, but it may not be precisely so. They read the shipping weight and try to match it, maybe put in some pieces or take some out. They can replace a container in a matter of minutes.
You knew? We could have staked them out and followed them.
Besides, I didn't really know at that point. Then they would know we knew. They're smart enough to evade a tail, and they have access to weapons better than ours at the moment.
But we've lost them. They'll get off the expressway and drive other roads, changing often.
I got their plate number on the way in. They just didn't look right. We'll close the pipeline. We've got the high end of the totem pole, and the biker will give us the low end.
On a real totem pole, the most important figures are at eye level.
I guess I got it backwards, Juliet.
Well, I'm forward. I wish we could fraternize.
After dinner, I'll take you dancing.
That's against the rules.
It would be my rule breaking only as the higher rank. We walk to the car and drive off, as I say, time to head back to the fort and get a few hours of much overdue sleep.
What a day and a night. I'll be ready first thing.
Meanwhile, send out the info and so will I.
Patrick, the MP Army Captain, and Juliet, the MP Army Sergeant, are going to ride a motorcycle to the bikers' camp on the north shore of Oahu, Hawaii. We zoom along the roads and easily find the bikers' camp within an hour.
Just where we thought it would be.
She notes happily.
We'll waltz right in and have breakfast with them.
We drive the motorcycle into the midst of the bikers' camp, then walk over to the breakfast setup, obtaining a few startled looks upon our MP uniforms. We smile and are then offered seats at breakfast. A burly bearded biker sheepishly approaches but says nothing.
The law is that property damage cannot be taken for retribution by killing, even if a burglar enters one's home in a surprising way, but threatening life directly is another matter. What do you think?
I never did like that law, the first part, but the second part sounds fine.
Yes, a biker's bike is his life, for one, and for two, the soldier pulled a knife.
How do you know I did anything to him?
Good answer, and you didn't even say you shot him, for that would have given something away.
It wasn't me.
That's another good answer, but I have a piece of glass that will nicely fit into your broken mirror. However, I've seen you at the lounge and you are a decent sort. You even took the fight outside to save the place from damage. The killing is a civilian case. We're only interested in where you got the weapon. For me, a man has a right to defend himself from bodily harm, although you rather overdid it. The heat of the moment, I guess. And note that I, too, ride a motorcycle.
How do I know this won't come back to haunt me?
You have my word as an MP and a biker. The soldier was out of line, and I brought a biker girl with me, too.
The biker thinks for a bit.
Ask for Norman at the T-Bar in Pearl. He sells weapons out of his trunk.
We finish breakfast and then cycle off.